Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you the setup of my new Fauxdori. This is a regular size Fauxdori, and it's basically, to give you a comparison, it's about twice the height or length of a passport Fauxdori or Midori. This is actually a Fauxdori from China. It's called the Errol Fifth Traveller's Notebook, and I got it from Taobao.com. That's a Chinese marketplace website that I've bought a lot of things from, and you have to go through an agent unless you have a Chinese bank account and address. But there are plenty of agents. If you Google Taobao agents, there are plenty that you can find that will do it for you, and you can really save a lot of money. So the particular agent I went through was SpreeNow.com. And I'm pretty happy with their service, so I would recommend them. So this was something I received, I'd say 2-3 weeks ago. So it's a very, very new setup. It's not well used by any stretch of the imagination. Before I open it, actually, one of the first things I'll show you is I've made a couple of changes to it, only very slight customizations, but I put some purple elastic cord around it, which was really easy to do. I'm sure there's plenty of tutorials on YouTube on how to do that. And then this charm I've got on the front is actually from a pen pal of mine. She runs a store on Etsy called Pretty Paper Philo, and she does the most beautiful gift wrap, and this was on one of the things that she sent me in the gift wrap, and I really liked it, and it didn't feel right to throw it out. I barely like throwing out wrapping paper, so I really wanted to use it, and anything brassy or gold or anything like that goes really well with a Fauxdori. So yeah, that's at the front, along with I'm not sure what these are called predominantly. I think they're binder clips or bulldog clips. This one I got again from Etsy, from the Pipit Zaka store. They sell lots of different bits and pieces, and really quite funky, so I've got a few of those in a set, a couple of different sizes. So if we open it, the first thing I've got inside, now I'm not sure of the pronunciation of this. I believe it's pronounced Shit-Agachi or Shit-Ajiki. It's basically a pencil memo board, or a pencil board, and what it does, it enables you to put it behind the piece of paper that you're writing on, and give you a not so much, I think, a firm surface, but a consistent surface. So handy if you've got bits and pieces in any kind of folders at the back. It'll give you a bit of a flatter surface to write on. I've got that inside a pocket that I applied. This was a self-adhesive pocket, again from Taobao, and I thought it was quite handy to pop inside of there. One thing I will say, and I have noticed, is through having this the last couple of weeks and using it, it does get, I don't know if you can see that very well, but it does get a natural curve to it, which kind of falls in line with the curve of your Midori or your Fauxdori, as this is. But I don't particularly mind. It doesn't change the flatness of the surface, so I don't have an issue with that. But I just wanted to give you a heads up in case you wanted to do something similar. The first insert I've got then is a credit card sleeve and a basic sort of folder sleeve. And what I've got inside here, I've got some index tabs. These are by, I think it's Sanex. Yes, it's Sanex. I always get confused between Sanex and Sanrio. But these are by Sumiko Garashi, the Sumiko character. And they're really tiny little index tabs, which are handy for highlighting or popping outside of the page. So I really like those. And then I've got another set of those. Now these are Sanrio ones, and these are My Melody ones. And these are called, I believe, Cocoa Fusion. When they have a slight sheerness to them, a slight translucence, I believe that's when they fall in the Cocoa Fusion line. So yeah, that's these. And as much as I want to use these, I haven't yet because they're just so pretty. I love the Sanrio characters. So those are the other ones that I've got, which hopefully I will break in too soon, and they fit in so perfectly. And then it's a bit tricky to get things in and out of here. Handy if you've got nails. And then in the top credit card sleeve, I have some washi card samples, which obviously it's far too bulky to pop a washi tape in here. I mean, you can carry around with you something like a travel pouch, and you can have stationery bits and pieces inside of there, including washi tape. For example, this one is from eBay, and you can get these really, really cheaply. So, yes, as I was saying, oh, one of them fell by there, excuse me. So, yeah, these are just some washi tape samples. You can get these in loads of different places. I got these on Etsy, and they're just so handy just to have with you for portability's sake. So, let me just pop those back in. It's always a bit of a tight squeeze, especially if you've got stuff on the other side of the pocket, which I do. Okay, then on the other side of the sleeve, I've got some Midori index tabs. I think that's what index tabs or index labels. These particular ones I got from the journalshop.com. I got a couple of bits from them, including my Midori passport, which is an authentic Midori, and I will do a setup about that in a later video. But these I thought were really, really cute. You can see that I've used one here. Not sure if you can see that. You can see I've used one there for something I wanted to kind of have easy reference to. So yeah, they're really dinky and really cute. So I have easy access to those in here. What I've also then got at the side is one set of stickers, diary stickers. These are called Chima Chimark, and what I found with this range so far, I have about 3 or 4 sets of these, and they tend to be quite neon, and I really like that for highlighters' sake. I haven't broken into them yet, but I have only recently received these. Sorry about the glare. And then what I've got here are several different sheets of schedule seals. Now, what schedule seals are various different characters, similar, I suppose, to the Cocoa Fusion in that they're translucent. So if you want to bring attention to a particular date, you can write the date or anything you need to highlight, and pop one of these over them, and it makes it cute and brings attention to it. So let me bring out some of the ones I have. The Tear Panda ones have stayed inside. I think they're the widest ones. But I've got some really cute owl ones there. They're so sweet. I love these. I've got some Sumiko Garashi ones. And then some cat ones. And it's just a really funky way to personalise your planner or your diary. It doesn't have to be exclusive to a Midori or a Fauxdori. The reason I've got these in here is they're kind of the perfect length to store in here, because sticker sheets can be quite big, and these particular ones fit in the folder sleeve perfectly. So let me pop these back in. They go in relatively easily. As you can see there, you can fit quite a lot in. As I said, it will make the credit card pockets a little bit tighter, but that's okay. I don't mind. Okay, so we pop those in. And then the first of the inserts that I've got, I decorated myself. Well, I say myself, I popped a sticker on, so not too much effort. But it was a very blank space, so I wanted to pop a sticker on there. I plan to, as we get further into the inserts, you'll see that I've got a lot of plain craft inserts, and I will actually be decorating those with scrapbook paper and stamps and things like that, but I didn't want to cover this because this one's a little bit different. This is the planner section. So because this is obviously something new, I didn't need a full 2014 12-month diary. So this is actually came with the Fauxdori. I bought the set, which was approximately worked out about £20, and it came with elastic. It came with the actual leather sleeve, and it came with several book inserts, so it was a really good deal actually. And at the top then I've just got a cute little rabbit clip that I got from eBay that I will use to get as a today marker to quickly get to the current day. So I don't have anything in here at the moment because it starts on November 1st. I've got some things I actually need to pop in there, some appointments and things, but I haven't done it yet. I have to say I probably wouldn't choose to buy this insert myself. It feels a little large. It feels a little like a child's insert, but it came with it. It's coming up to November and December, so I can absolutely use it. So I've got a main planner, which is my Molly Malden Filofax personal size, which I use as my very neat reference for all appointments and everything like that. But for portability and to carry this around with me, it does mean I'm entering in appointments several times, but I'm okay with that because it's also another excuse to be able to have a Fauxdori, which is what I wanted really. Okay, then the second insert that we have is a plain craft notebook, and this is lined, as you can see here. Now, what I'm going to be using this book for, me and my husband were actually talking about it in bed the other night because I couldn't sleep because I was trying to think of a way to get 3 inserts in here, but I couldn't think of how to use them. And first world problems for a stationery addict, I know. So what we decided on, or the idea that my husband had, was to use it as an inspiration book. So inspiration is such a broad description for the book. So for example, one of the first things that I'm working on is some food ideas because I'm currently on a weight loss journey and I've got a fair amount to lose, so I will call it a journey, but nearly at the 6 stone mark, so doing well. So yeah, I'm writing down some food ideas because I'm stuck in a rut at the moment. I'm eating the same breakfast, the same lunch, the same dinner every day, and that doesn't give me any variety. And as much as it doesn't actively demotivate me, it is boring. So what I'm working on at the moment is breakfast, and then I'll work on lunch and dinner. Apologies about that, the camera cut out. So yes, as I said, this is going to be an inspiration book. So currently got food ideas in here, but it could be inspiration for room decoration, storage ideas, poems, books, quotes, films. It can be absolutely anything. So it's definitely a very, very broad book. But yeah, I'm quite happy with that book idea. The next insert that I've got in here is a craft folder, and again, as much as I love the look of craft paper, I will be covering these with scrapbook paper to give them a bit more personalisation and some stamping, perhaps you know, stamping on the front of this book with inspiration or something like that, something to make it stand out a bit and give it some character. So in here I've not got very much at the moment. I have quite a lot of medical appointments, so it's possible that I'll put some, you know, folded A4 reports in here or something like that. Currently in here, all I've got is a scratch ticket where I won £10 the other day, and a sticker sheet in here, which I really like these because they had little animal stickers, and they're really, really tiny, and they had little tiny Yorkshire Terriers, which I've got one of those, and 2 Jack Russell Terriers. So they're in there for now because I think they might be a bit too wide for the other sleeve where the schedule seals were. So yeah, that one's not really at its full potential at the moment, but will be handy nonetheless. And then this book I'm going to use as my journal. Now currently I'm not sure what sort of mediums will work in here with regards to watercolour pens, watercolour paints, pencils, markers, Copics, all that kind of stuff. I need to, I've got a couple of these, so I will experiment with regards to shadowing and bleeding and see how it actually works, because I have noticed there are a couple of different types of books you can get on Etsy and probably lots of different places actually with watercolour paper. So that is possibly something that I might be replacing this with. So before I start journaling, I will be testing out stamps and inks and all that, you know, sort of bits and pieces to see how it actually holds up, because the last thing I want is to have, you know, a load of memories in here and then find out, you know, several pages in that it really doesn't take well to water or ink, and you know, it ruins anything else that's in there. And then inside of that, I just had some stickers that I really like. This is the Choo Choo Cat character, which is, I think it's by Jetoy, and I really like that. Let's see if it's too wide to pop in here, actually. Oh no, it fits. And I really like that because it had a sort of travel theme, and I love that theme for the Traveller's Notebook. It just works perfectly because that's, you know, that's what it is. And inside this journal, I'll have some bits and pieces from my pen pals, some stamps, you know, where things have travelled from, or any bits and pieces that they've sent me. So yeah, that's what this book will be, again, which will be decorated. I'm planning to decorate this with some stamps. There's a couple of sellers that I buy from regularly on Etsy in Japan, and they send the most beautiful stamps, and they're far too pretty to throw away. So I want to use them in the decoration of this particular insert. So those are all the paper inserts that I have inside the Fauxdori, and then at the back of the credit card, so the other part of the credit card sleeve and folder sleeve, is a zipped pocket, and inside of here I've got the rest of the pack of travel stickers. So I've got them currently held with a crown paper clip, and this was just a pack of travel stickers. I don't believe these were the Midori brand. I believe they were the Errol Travellers brand, but I could be wrong, and it could be vice versa. So these are just lots of different travel stickers, similar to, well, from the same pack as the one I put on the front here. So those are handy to kind of use and just have access to. And the reason that I haven't used them at the moment is because I didn't want to do lazy decoration on the craft inserts. I didn't want to just slap some of these on. I actually wanted to personalise it a bit more to me and to things that are important to me. What I've also got at the back as well is just some sheets of sticky notes and memo paper that I got free from a seller on Etsy, Gel UK she's called, GEL UK, and she actually, no, I apologise, this was from, that was the lady that sends the beautiful stamps, one of them. This was actually from a seller called Mautio on Etsy, which is MAUTIO, and they sell lots of lovely stickers. So I had those free, so I've kept those in the back for easy access to notes and things. And then the last item I've got in here is a stencil ruler. It's a bit more flexible, well, a lot more flexible than a normal ruler. So it's great for contouring and bending to the shape of the notebook, whereas a normal ruler might snap. So I am absolutely terrible at being able to write in a straight line. Because I'm left-handed, I can't actually see what I'm writing. So I find it very difficult to follow straight lines. So when it comes to journaling, to just, you know, quickly make some lines in pencil and then write on it, will be really handy to be able to use this. I don't think I'll use the stencil shapes particularly, but handy for the straight ruler edge. And then the final item that I have on the notebook, let me just do this up. This one's always a bit of a pain to, oh bugger, tuck that in there, there we go. And then do that up. The top of the zip sleeve, it does catch on the edge of this notebook sometimes. It does have a little bit of fraying on the edge where it does catch it. It doesn't particularly bother me, and when it's covered with scrapbook paper, it'll have much more strength anyway. So it doesn't particularly bother me, but if you're somebody that doesn't like, you know, to have possible dog-eared pages or anything like that, that is something to note about the zip pages, that it does occasionally catch. You have to kind of manually make sure when you're closing it that it doesn't catch onto the side. So then the last thing that I have here is a removable pen loop, which is great. On my passport Midori, I've actually got a Lecterm pen loop, which is self-adhesive. But I prefer the freedom of having one I can move up and down dependent on the inserts or perhaps side tabs that might come out, as I have on my Midori passport. And then in the side here, I write predominantly in fountain pen. because it's what I had to use in school. So in the side here, I have a Platinum Plaisir fountain pen. I got this from eBay, quite reasonably priced. It was about £15. And I've got L'Arienne Mauve purple Noodler's ink inside. It's a beautiful fountain pen. So yeah, that's the pen that I've got in there currently. And that's everything. That's my Fauxdori. So let's pop it all neatly together, make sure it's not caught on the side. And then I'm doing this kind of backwards, so I'm trying to remember how to pull it round. And then we pull the elastic band round, currently making a mess of that. And there we go, we have the setup of my Fauxdori. It's a beautiful notebook. I do recommend it. Particularly for those people that might have neat tendencies. It's nice to have a book that you don't mind gets a bit battered. I mean, I'm not sure how well the camera, I've lost quite a lot of daylight, so I'm not sure how well it's picking up on the scratches and marks and things like that. But to be honest, as most people will tell you in any kind of traveller's notebook setup, the more marked it is, maybe not pocked, but the more marked and weathered it is, the more character it has, and I really like that. It's not something you have to be obsessively neat with. So I'm really liking my traveller's notebook, and I received my Instax printer today, which my mum bought for me. And I'm really looking forward to using that for journaling, for photos and things like that, especially for my boys, my 3 dogs. 2 of them are 10 and 9 now, and the other is 6. And I'm starting to become very aware that soon I will only have memories of them. So the reason I've sort of jumped headfirst into planning, into journaling, notebooks, Hobonichis and all the rest of it, is so that I've got some physical memories to look back on when that day comes. So thank you very much for joining me on my channel again, and I hope that you found this interesting. If you're interested in any of the bits and pieces and you want perhaps links or any further information, then don't hesitate to ask, and I will help wherever I can. Alright, I'll see you in the next video. Bye!